So let's get started today in half or full knee pile with the left leg on top. So you're stacking left knee right on top of the right knee. You can either stay in a half variation or you're welcome to swing that right leg around, coming into a full variation as long as your left sitting bone isn't lifted off the mat. And just take a few moments to settle into the hips, to settle into the breath, into the body. And as you breathe here in your half or full knee pile, take one hand to the heart and just take a big breath into the heart. And take that other hand down to the lower belly. And take a big breath into the lower belly. We're going to begin class with a Brahmari breath. It can be kind of monotone to lower in pitch, kind of depending on where you most vibrantly feel those vibrations. So let's take an inhale to prepare. When you release, just release the arms by your side. Roll out the shoulders. And then bend your right elbow for unlocking the shoulder. So right elbow bends, you want elbow in line with shoulder, wrist in line with elbow, and all 5 fingers spread. Take left hand to the inside of the right elbow and take a big inhale into the upper back. Exhale, press, palm into elbow, elbow back into palm as you slide your shoulder back and in, and continue to breathe. Continue pressing palm into elbow, elbow back into palm, really feeling the entire upper back, the chest, all those muscles that support your shoulder, really active and engaged. Keep pressing, palm into elbow, elbow back into palm. Really feeling your breath fill up the entire upper back, the intercostals, the chest. Maybe even beginning to feel a little bit of shaking. Holding for 3, 2, 1. You can roll out the right shoulder. And take your opposite hand, so left arm out in front of you, spread the fingers, and begin flexing the left palm back. Wrist stretches, using your right hand, grab your left pinky, and extending through all 5 fingers, flex the entire palm back, just giving a little extra pull on the pinky finger. Release the pinky, grab the ring finger, pull it back, and make sure you're still extending out through that little pinky finger that's one I want to roll in. Release ring finger, middle finger. So you're pulling the middle finger back as you extend through all 5 fingers. Let's move on to the pointer. And then bend the elbow to grab a hold of the thumb from underneath. Re-straighten the arm, extend through all 5 fingers, and pull that thumb back and down. Release. And rotate out the wrists. And then swap out your legs. So now the right leg is on top, half or full, and just notice how you feel differently on this side. And this one, take one hand to the back of the neck. And just take a couple breaths into the back of your neck. Try and feel your hand move slightly with your breath. And take the opposite hand right on the top frontal part of the head. So across the forehead and the top of the head. And take a breath there. Let's take Brahmari into the upper portion of the body, a little bit more high-pitched in sound. Inhale. Release, you can release the arms down. Just gently roll the shoulders forward and back. And let's move on to unlocking the left shoulder. Bend your left elbow. So elbows in line with shoulder, wrist in line with elbow. Take the right hand to the inside of your elbow and take a big inhale. Exhale, press palm into elbow, elbow back into palm as you slide your shoulder back and in and breathe. Keep pressing, palm into elbow, elbow back into palm. Feeling the entire upper back turn on, feeling it actively engage. Feeling those muscles across the chest turn on. So everything we use in our downward dogs, our chaturangas, our planks. Keep breathing, keep pressing, palm into elbow, elbow back into palm. Three, two, one. Release. Roll out your shoulder. And then take the right hand out in front of you. Spread the fingers. Begin flexing the entire palm back. And grabbing hold of your pinky finger. Begin pulling back through the pinky, but keep the chest lifted, the fingers spread. Release the pinky, grab your ring finger, pull it back. Releasing the ring finger, grab a hold of the middle finger, and as you pull that middle finger back, really extend through the stubborn thumb and pinky as you flex the entire palm back. Release, grab that pointer finger and pull it back as you breathe. Release, grab a hold of the thumb. Flex the palm back, pull the thumb back and down. And release. And unwrap your legs and come into a wide-legged straddle position. So in your wide-legged straddle position, we're going to work on unlocking both shoulders. So bend both elbows in line with your shoulders, palms facing in, fingers spread. I want you to maintain that shoulder width distance between the elbows. Make sure you're not collapsing into the lower back. Take a big inhale into the upper back. As you exhale, energetically squeeze the elbows towards each other and slide your shoulders back. Breathe and maintain that energetic squeeze in. Drawing your shoulders back and in towards the socket and keeping the torso nice and long, the belly in, the breath deep. Keep drawing the elbows in, drawing the shoulders back and breathing for 3, 2, 1. Now just goalpost the arms. So now extend the elbows out in line with the shoulders, fingers spread, shoulder shrugs. Inhale, fill your upper back with breath. Shrug shoulders straight up. And as you exhale, squeeze upper shoulder blades, mid shoulder blades. Bend the elbows, squeeze lower tips of shoulder blades together. Draw your shoulders down, lift your chin away from your chest. Release your arms by your side, palms forward, fingers spread. We'll do a second round of shoulder shrugs from here. Inhale, fill and spread your upper back. Shrug shoulders straight up. Exhale, squeeze upper shoulder blades, mid shoulder blades. Bend your elbows, squeeze lower tips of shoulder blades together. Draw your shoulders down, lift your chin away from your chest. Good, release. Roll out your shoulders. Then your 2 options. So you're going to take your fingertips out in front of the chest, still in a wide-legged straddle. You can either walk the palms way out, coming into a forward fold, or if your lower back and hamstrings don't feel quite ready for that, just take the fingertips in front of you and extend your chest forward and your shoulders back. So just gently getting deeper into the hamstrings and the lower back. Most important part is breath. Two more big breaths. And slowly make your way up. Guide your legs together and let's come down onto our backs. We'll do a round of core before we start moving. So coming down onto your backs. Take your legs straight up towards the sky, point and flex the toes, rotate out the ankles. And then bend the knees at a 90-degree angle. Flex the toes in towards the shins, press your lower back down, and clasp your hands behind your head and your neck. Now inhale, lift, head and shoulders up. Curl, tailbone up. And as you exhale, right leg straight up. Flex the toes, angle big toe in and pulse 3 times. Inwardly spiraling the leg as you stamp the ceiling. Inhale back to center. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, left leg lifts, flex and pulse. 3, 2, 1. Inhale back to center. Curl your tailbone up. Exhale, right leg lifts, flex and pulse. 3, 2, 1. Inhale back to center. Curl your tailbone up. And as you exhale, left leg lifts, flex and pulse. 3, 2, 1. Inhale back to center. Curl your tailbone up. Exhale, right leg lifts, flex and pulse. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back to center. Curl your tailbone up. Exhale, left leg lifts, flex it, and pulse. 3, 2, 1. Now inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lower your head, lift the legs, rotate out the ankles. And then take left leg over right, eagle legs, left leg over right. I'm going to keep that front knee right in line with left hip. Press your lower back into the mat. And as you inhale, lift, head and shoulders up. Now exhale, curl tailbone up, squeeze thighs together and uplift up at your shoulder blades, draw your belly down. Keep the shoulders lifted, lower the hips. Inhale, into lower back. Exhale, curl your tailbone up, squeeze thighs together and up, pull your belly down. Last one like this, inhale, into lower back. Exhale, curl tailbone up, squeeze your thighs together and up as you lift your shoulder blades off the mat, draw your belly down. Now keep your legs where they are, lower head and shoulders down, and just stack your hands on top of the left thigh as close to the hip as possible. Remember this second part, your head and your shoulders will stay down on the mat. Start by pressing your lower back into the mat as you gently press your palms into the thigh. So you're already feeling a ton of activity in the core. Take a deep inhale. Now as you exhale, keep pressing palms into the thighs as you curl your tailbone up. Feel your core turn on, pull belly down, shoulders back. One more like that, big inhale. As you exhale, press palms into the thighs as you curl your tailbone up. Pull your belly down, draw your shoulders back. Good. Release, unwrap the legs, come into happy baby, 3 breaths. Uddiyana on your next exhale. When you release from Uddiyana, release your grip. Take right leg over left, eagle legs. Interlace your hands behind your head and your neck. Press your lower back down. Inhale into lower back. Exhale. Inhale, I'm sorry, wait, let's just stop. I just messed that one up. We're gonna start again. All right, inhale, lift, head and shoulders up. Exhale, curl tailbone up, squeeze thighs together and up, lift your shoulder blades up and draw your belly down. Shoulders stay lifted, lower the hips. Inhale, into lower back. Exhale, curl your tailbone up, squeeze your thighs together and up, lift your shoulder blades up, pull your belly and hips down. Inhale, into lower back. Exhale, curl your tailbone up, squeeze your thighs together and up, lift your shoulder blades higher, pull your belly down. Keep your legs where they are, lower head and shoulders down. Plant both hands on top of right thigh, right down next to the hip crease, and just right away pull both shoulders into the mat. Press your lower back down and begin gently pressing palms into the thighs. All right, head and shoulders stay down, big inhale. As you exhale, keep pressing palms into thighs as you curl your tailbone up. Pull your belly down, draw your shoulders back. Inhale into lower back. Exhale, press palms into thighs as you curl your tailbone up. Pull your belly down, draw your shoulders back. Good, release, unwrap the legs, plant the feet, pull the shoulders away from your ears and come right up into bridge. Open up the hip flexors, the top side of the body. And then slowly lower upper spine, mid spine, lower spine and hips. Roll onto your side and press yourself up. Let's come up to standing. So from your standing position, top of your mat, just take your feet hip width distance apart. Rest your arms by your side, palms open, shoulders back. As you inhale, take your arms straight up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. And from your halfway lift, take 15 Kapalabhati, 1 Uddiyana, and then walk back, downward dog. Begin. So meeting in downward dog, breathing deeply. From your downward facing dog, shift forward into high plank. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Squeeze the elbows in towards each other. So feel that same unlocking the shoulder sensation across the upper back and the chest. Keep your belly drawn in towards your spine. Inhale. Uddiyana on the exhale. When you release, drop both knees, pause, pull chest forward, slowly lower to the belly. And slide your thighs back. Take your palms way out in front of you for low cobra. Press into your palms, drag your chest forward, and feel your upper back and your shoulders ignite. Keep breathing as you drag your chest forward and feel the entire upper back, the chest, all those muscles surrounding the shoulders active. Feel your breath flowing through them. Release, lower down, take hands under shoulders, and press back into a tabletop position. So hands underneath the shoulders. As you inhale, let your belly drop, lift your tailbone, and drive your chest forward. Exhale, round through your spine. Let your head go completely. Inhale, tailbone lifts, belly drops, pull chest forward, slide shoulders back. Exhale, round through your spine. Let your head go. One more. Inhale, start at the tailbone. Lift your tailbone up. Belly drops. Heart pulls forward, shoulders slide back, gaze forward. Exhale, curl pubic bone towards belly button. Feel the rounding running up the spine. Drop your head, feel the back of the neck stretch. And come back to a neutral position. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. From your downward facing dog, walk your feet up towards the hands, meeting in a forward fold, big toes touching. Halfway lift, inhale. Uddiyana on the exhale. Your first inhale takes you right into chair, drop and sweep. Lower the hips, lift the chest. Pull your shoulders down, draw your belly in and sit a little deeper into your chair without letting the knees go beyond the toes. So really feeling the quads turn on, keeping the lower back long, drawing shoulders back, belly in. Begin sending your hips further back as you lean your torso forward. Inhale, sit the hips really low. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. As you exhale, plant your palms and step right leg back, low lunge. Knee lowers as the arms rise up, Anjaneyasana, 4 breaths. Exhale, lower your palms. Tuck back toes, lift back knee, come into runners. Keep your fingertips down, your gaze down, so the back of the neck is long. And just take a couple breaths right into the upper back. Feel it spread. Plant your back foot and make your way up, warrior 2. You may need to widen your stance. You might want that external rotation in the legs. And let's take Kite Hawk. Inhale, flip both palms up, thumbs rotate back, lift up through your chest. Exhale, flip your palms down and around, round through your upper back. Inhale, flip both palms up, thumbs rotate back, heart wide open. Exhale, flip your palms down and around, round. One more time on your own. Meeting in warrior 2. Straighten left leg. Pivot your toes to face the body center line, and you're going to take your swan dive down slow, keeping your spine straight. And gradually making your way all the way into that forward fold, letting your head go, shaking it out, yes and no. And inhale, find a halfway lift. Let's take 10 Kapalabhati, 1 Uddiyana. Keep spine long when you release. And you release from Uddiyana. Walk your palms back towards the top left leg. Drop your right knee down and just shift your hips back, half splits. Left heel slides forward. You're up on the fingertips, staying in half splits. Pull your chest forward and your shoulders back. Energetically draw that left hip back and just take 3 deep breaths into the hamstrings. Avoid rounding in the upper back. And spread your toes. Reach through the toes towards the top of your mat and gently slide your left foot back into left foot plants, left knee bends, back toes tuck. Step right leg forward and fold, big toes touching. Halfway lift, inhale. Uddiyana on the exhale. Chair pose, drop and sweep. Rise the chest, pull shoulders down, draw belly in. Send your hips back, sit a little deeper, but you should be able to still see your toes. No arch in lower back. Really beginning to feel the quads. Send your hips back, begin inhaling to lean your torso forward, sit down super low, toes still beyond the knees, hold for 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs and fold. Halfway lift, inhale. As you exhale, plant your palms and step left leg back, low lunge. Knee drops, arms rise, 4 breaths. Big Ujjayi breaths. Exhale, lower the palms. Tuck back toes, lift back knee, come into runners. Just keep your gaze straight down, come up onto your fingertips. And feel your inhales coming straight across the upper back. Breathe here. Plant your back foot and open up warrior 2. Heel in line with back arch, arms in line with shoulders. Flip your palms to face the side of your mat. Reach through fingertips, inhale. Exhale, press palms together in front of you, round through upper back, draw belly in. Inhale, press both palms back. Open up your chest and your heart. Exhale, press and round. Inhale, press both palms back, open up through your chest. Exhale, press and round. And come back into a neutral position, palms down, gaze forward. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Pivot your right toes, toes in, heels out, arms in line with shoulders. Take that slow swan dive down. Hands come underneath the shoulders, spine is tabletopped. 10 Kapalabhati, 1 Uddiyana. This time when you release from your Uddiyana, you can make your way into a fold with an interlace behind the head and the neck. Begin. So releasing into your fold. If you'd like that interlace behind the head and neck, take it. All right, release any grip you have. Find your halfway lift, inhale. As you exhale, walk your palms back towards the upper right foot. Drop your knee and shift your hips back, half splits. Right heel slides forward, right leg straightens. Come up onto the fingertips and find that little extension of your chest forward as you slide your shoulders back and gently pull your right hip back. It's getting deeper into the hamstrings, but staying longer in the upper back, open in the chest. Spread your toes, reach the toes forward. Slide your right foot back until the right foot plants, the right knee bends, then tuck back toes and press back. Downward dog. High plank, inhale, shift forward. Hands under shoulders, elbows squeeze in. Belly draws in. Inhale. Uddiyana on your exhale. Squeeze the elbows in as slow as you can, lower to your belly. And slide your thighs back. Let's keep the hands underneath the shoulders, squeeze the elbows in, gaze down. Inhale, lift your chest, come into Cobra. Pull your shoulders back. Neck stays long. Extend your heart forward. You should be able to breathe in Cobra. Exhale, lower. Press back, downward dog. From your downward facing dog, lift your left leg. Bend the knee, open up the hip, find big, slow hip circles. Straighten left leg, square hips, inhale, step left leg forward, warrior one. And once you have your stance in the legs, come into brain cradling, interlace the fingers, scoop up the base of the skull, thumbs run down the base of the neck, elbows squeezing it up, and you are lifting your heart straight up as you let your head just lean back and be held. Breathe a lot in and out through the nose. Inhale, gently rise your head up. Release your grip and re-interlace behind the back. Open out through the chest, shoulder to shoulder. And draw your right hip slightly forward, your left hip back so your hips are squared, your legs are strong, and just reach the interlaced fingers a little away from the sacrum as you draw your belly back and in. Hips stay squared. Begin leaning your torso forward to hover over the thigh. Without clinging with the toes, draw your belly up and in, really turning on the quad as you hover right over your thigh. Release your grip. Take the arms straight forward. Inhale. Exhale, plant palms. Inhale, right leg lifts, standing splits. Release your head. Activate through the standing leg. Make sure you're not collapsing into the hip as you lift right toes straight up. Any variation you'd like here. Our release out is back into warrior one. Nice and slow. Left knee bends, right foot drops. Take your arms up. Let's take left arm over right, eagle arms, left over right. Come back into the legs. Feel that solid foundation in the legs. Peel the interlaced fingers and the forearms away from the forehead. Begin to lift your heart and your elbows. Pull your belly back towards the spine. Draw your shoulders back. Let's find some rounding in the upper back. Dip the elbows down enough to feel your upper back spread. Keep your belly in. No clinging with the toes. Take the elbows back to neutral. Full eagle. Press into the left foot. Step right leg up and over. Garudasana, eagle pose. Right away, pull your shoulders back, draw your belly in and breathe. Keep your legs where they are. Unwrap your arms. Unwrap your legs and take warrior three. Chest forward, arms and right leg back. Level out your hips. Gaze down. Keep that standing leg strong. No collapsing into the hip. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Lower the palms first and then slowly lower into pyramid. Right leg drops and you can fold right over the left thigh, letting your head go completely. Lift the chest, inhale. Bend both knees so that the right knee can drop, and then toe heel your left foot out so you're inside of the left leg. So we'll give ourselves a little hip stretch here. Just begin walking your palms forward, keeping the left foot planted, getting deeper into the hips. You're welcome to stay here the whole time, or you can come down onto the forearms. Just make sure that left foot stays planted, the left knee stays squeezed in. You do have the option of tucking the right toes and lifting the right knee. If your back knee is lifted, lower it. If you're on the forearms, make your way up onto the palms and then toe heel your left foot back in. Plant palms, press back. Downward dog. From your downward facing dog, shift forward, high plank. From your high plank, lower right knee to the mat, modified side plank. Left foot plants, left arm reaches open. Option to lift the left leg, extending through the heel. Option to reach back, grabbing hold of the foot and finding that little kick away from the butt. If you have a grip on the back foot, come back to straight leg. Let's all meet in plank. Hands lower, right leg steps back, inhale. Option for chaturanga, or you're always welcome to come down to the belly. Meet me in downward dog. Right leg lifts, inhale. Bend the knee, open up the hip, big, slow hip circles. Straighten right leg. Square your hips. Inhale, step right leg forward. Warrior one. Let's come right into brain cradling. Interlace the fingers. Scoop up the base of the skull. Squeeze the elbows in and up. Squeeze your thighs together and up. Lift your heart up. And then let your head just relax completely into the palms as you fill the entire brain, the skull, the face with your breath. Inhale, rise your head. Release your grip, take the interlace behind the back. Open up through the chest. And the torso is upright to start. You want to take a few breaths just to make sure your legs are active. There's no arch in lower back, so belly's drawn in towards the spine, and you're reaching those interlaced fingers just a little away from the sacrum. Feeling the stretch across the chest, so shoulder to shoulder. Keep your hips squared. Begin to lean your torso forward to hover over the thigh. As soon as you're hovered, press into the right foot, turn on the quad, draw your belly up and in towards the spine. Stay hovered. Stay hovered over the thigh. Release your grip. Take your arms straight forward. Inhale. Exhale, drop your palms and press up, standing splits. Left leg lifts. Release your head. Any variation here that you'd like. The release out is back into warrior one. Back heel drops, right knee bends with strength. Come up, warrior one. And then it's right arm over left, eagle arms, right over left. Peel the thumbs away from the forehead. Squeeze thighs together, lift your heart and your elbows up. Draw your shoulders back, draw your belly in, and breathe. Let's take that rounding, dip the elbows down just enough to feel your upper back spread. Elbows come back to neutral, full eagle. Press into the right foot, step left leg up and over, Garudasana. Shoulders back, belly in. Begin unwrapping the arms. Making your way into warrior three. Unwrap the legs. Chest forward, left leg and arms back. Level out your hips and really stand strong on that right leg. Gaze down, neck long. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Pyramid. Drop your palms first and slowly lower that back leg down. Fold over your thigh, let your head go. Lift your chest, inhale. As you exhale, bend both knees so that the left knee can lower and toe heel your right foot out to come inside of the right leg. And we're finding that hip stretch. So right foot stays planted. You can begin walking the palms and thus the hips forward. Breathe right down into the inner thighs and the hips, whether you're staying on the palms, coming down on the forearms, or possibly lifting the back knee up. Make sure the right foot stays planted, the knee stays squeezed in, and make sure you're not collapsing into the shoulders if you are on the forearms. If back knee is lifted, lower it. Make your way up onto your palms, toe heel the right foot in and press back, downward dog. Shift forward, high plank. Exhale, left knee lowers, modified side plank towards the right. Right foot plants, right arm peels open. Option to lift that right leg to start. If you're reaching for the back foot, find that little kick away from the butt. You have a grip on the back foot, come back to straight leg. And then we'll all meet in plank. Drop the foot, step left leg back and move through your transition. Chaturanga, or you can always come down to the belly. And drop the knees to the mat. You can sit hips to heels for a second. So I still have about 6 minutes. We're gonna play with one of three things. So your options are either dolphin using the wall, or playing with forearm balance. So wherever you are, dolphin is accessible for all of us. We're on the forearms, we're grabbing opposite shoulders. That gives us the correct distance between the elbows. And it's an interlace, forearms down, head relaxed. Your head is always lifted, you're always lifted out of the shoulders. Now for dolphin, my hips lift. I'm pressing my weight up and back. Head is lifted. I'm coming into dolphin against the wall. I want to find that L shape. Maybe playing with leg variations. If I'm playing with forearm balance, I can turn the other leg. And with forearm balance, it's really important that we do not kick too much. So for forearm balance, the kick, if any, comes from the lower leg. You want to think about just gently stepping up. Head stays off the ground. Thanks, guys. And just regular old dolphin is great. Let's go ahead, and if you're still working on it, you can take another try, but we're gonna meet in embryo. So hips to heels, forehead to the mat, and arms back. by the calf so that the shoulders can just completely relax. Go ahead and slowly roll up and come back into a comfortable seat. And our comfortable seat can be cross-legged, it can be Baddha Konasana, you might be on a block, any way that feels comfortable. Just release the arms by your side with the palms open so the chest is spread, the shoulders are gently tugging down away from the ears. And inhale, rise your arms up until the palms touch. Exhale, goalpost the arms, elbows in line with shoulders. And a big inhale. As you exhale, press your palms and elbows together, round through the upper back. Inhale, press palms and elbows back, open up through your chest, open up through your heart. Exhale, press and round. Now inhale, come back to a neutral position. Reach your fingertips out so the fingers are in line with the shoulders, palms facing forward, shoulders still sliding down, fingers spread. Inhale. Exhale, thumb comes into palm first. Cover your thumb with your pointer finger, then your middle finger, then your ring finger and your pinky, and extend your thumbs outward. So you get a really deep stretch to the thumb and also that inside of the wrist. Release, open the palms, inhale. As you exhale, press your palms together in front of you, round. Now inhale, rise the palms that are up together, up. And you exhale, take hands together in front of the heart. With hands in front of the heart, lift the elbows so they're in line with the wrists. And you're going to feel more of a wrist stretch here. And just gently press your palms from side to side, keeping elbows in line with wrists. Come back to center. Inhale, take an interlace. Exhale, press your palms away, round through your upper back, gaze down. Inhale, rise the interlace fingers up. Pull shoulders down, draw belly in, and just take little leans right and left on your own. Coming back to center. Undo your interlace and just slide the hands back together in front of the heart, elbows down, shoulders back. And that's what we got today, you guys. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.